Hello there, so this is section 1 for the COMP2005 Set Exercises. So I'm going to be explaining and presenting to you the software I chose that needed to be improved upon. So I chose the Air BnB app written in C# from the Soft 152 specification from year 1. And if I just go to run this program. So with this required a .txt data file which contains all the necessary data for this app. So if I open that now. So the purpose of this program is that you have a list of districts that exist, and within each district you have a set of neighborhoods, and then within those neighborhoods you have a number of properties. So if I click on Bronx, the neighborhoods within that district will appear. If I click on City Island, the list of properties will appear within that neighborhood. So it's kind of like Inception in a way. You also have the ability to add and edit districts and neighborhoods, and then the ability, or should have been able to have the ability to add, edit, or delete each property. So if we go to add a district, just call it Central. Doesn't work, but that was one of the issues that were identified within my questionnaire. If I go to edit one, just enter random string characters, it does that. So if we select a neighborhood within that district I just renamed, if I try to add one, again, I put in random string characters, it does do it. It will dynamically appear, but I'll have to click back on the districts tab in order for that to change and be refreshed. And then if I go to edit a neighborhood, again, it would dynamically appear only once you've clicked back on the districts tab or the neighborhood tab. You can add and edit a neighborhood, so you would just fill out all of these fields, or you would edit these fields to change it. That does work. However, what doesn't work is if I try to delete a property within the list, I get an index out of bounds array error. But that was one of the issues that were identified. So if I run the program, choose the file, that's all working there like that. And with this search feature, this allows you to quickly jump search to any district, neighborhood, or property that you search for. But we found that, or I found from my questionnaire, not all search results will appear. So the search settings need to be adjusted, because whenever you search for any of these three, not everything will appear by the search. So that's that. On to section 2 now. So this was the data I collected. So here's the questions that I had. So you can give this a read through and pause it within your own time. And these are the responses I've got. I tweaked 3 of my questions, so those 3 questions are the ones that will have only 3 responses. Yeah. Now on to section 3. So the list of things that I identified that needed to be changed or improved upon in terms of usability or functionality, I categorized into 3 things. So things that would require either a quick fix, something that was essential or desirable. So if you just give this a read, now if we move on to section 4, I'm about to show you my paper prototype for the things that I would have changed for the program. And just as a refresher, this is a quick screenshot of what the software did originally look like. So as you can see with the first app, I've already changed the color scheme of the program, so it's more of a metallic silverish blue, not just a simple grey. I've also spaced things closer together, such as the list boxes and the add and edit buttons, as you can see. The properties list box, I've made it wider so that data can be appropriately viewed within that list box, as there was some spacing that was needed in between rows. And I've moved the add, edit and delete buttons just above to the list box here. So that's that. Oh yes, and the column headers for the properties have also been included here. So just to give you an example, if we've selected the Manhattan district and we've selected the Rosebank neighbourhood within that district, we want to add a district. Well, we're just going to stick to districts now. So this is what the GUI form would come up with, wanting to add a new district. So we're going to add a district called Central Mice. That's what the add district box looks like on its own. And if we was to hit save district, the Central Mice district would be saved to the list box, as we can see. So now if we want to edit the name of an existing neighbourhood, again we would edit the selected neighbourhood called Rosebank, which is in the selected district within Manhattan. So I forgot to say that this blue underline represents where or what the cursor is clicked on within the list box. So if we had clicked on Manhattan, then Rosebank, and then the edit button to then edit the name of the Rosebank neighbourhood, it'd then take us to the edit rename neighbourhood GUI box, and then we'd type it in, so Muttley to rename it, and then we'd click save neighbourhood. That's what it looks like on its own. And as you can see, that neighbourhood has been renamed to Muttley. So if we move on, so if we wish to delete a property, which we couldn't do before, again, if we went into the district of Manhattan and then viewed the two current properties within that Muttley neighbourhood that we renamed to Muttley, two properties appear within the Muttley neighbourhood, as you can see, and the number brackets indicate this as well. So we're going to delete this bottom property, so we would select that one, or that property tab, hence why it's highlighted around with blue, and then we'd press the delete button. Once pressing delete, this GUI warning message would pop up saying, are you sure you want to delete the selected property? And then we would hit OK. There's also an X had to come out of it if we wanted to. Then we'd hit OK, and then that property would be removed. So everything's still there, that Muttley neighbourhood is still the same. And then finally, to conclude, again, if we wanted to search for any items such as a district, like Manhattan, that would come up. And hopefully all of the relevant information would be able to come up if we were searching for any names that would relate to a neighbourhood or property, not just a district. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I also forgot to say at the beginning, there's a message that's been included there so that the user knows that in order to get started, they would then click on a districts tab to then view all the neighbourhoods within that district, and then the following properties. I also forgot to change that number to number 1, as there is only one property left within the Muttley district, as the examples I went through. Thank you.